Hey, another pickup video. Today is New Movie Tuesday, and I decided to head over to the Walmart, simply really just to get out of the office. And so I went over there and looked around, and they had The Walking Dead. I guess the new season of The Walking Dead is out, and oh my god, there are so many different freaking versions they had there. They had one with a key, like a giant box like this with a key on it. They had one that had a lenticular cover. They had one that had just a regular cover. They had one that was sort of like in a steel type of case, like a big steel, thick steel case. Yeah, I mean, I didn't even know which ones were Blu-ray and which ones were DVD. I was just sort of like, what the heck? Why are there just so many different versions of this? And none of them seem to be like, you know, the real special versions, like the one with the heads in the cabinet, or what was the other one? One was the zombie or something like that. I think the new one is a zombie coming out of the ground or something. I don't remember. But yeah, none of them were those, like a big set. So there's even more. Like really, like guys, like I want to see more done with the old releases. Like get out there, get some 4K restoration, go through it, you know, freaking pixel by pixel, inch by inch, frame by frame, clean them up. Just stay away from that, you know, digital cleaning. You know, you don't need to throw on the noise reduction and kill the movie. You know what? A little bit is okay, but go in there, clean it up, do as much as you can. You know, frame by frame, get the best source you can. And start doing that for more of your movies, more of your old movies. You guys have catalogs out there that are huge. You don't need to release 12 versions of the same thing. Seriously. Why? Why? I mean, pieces of talent. It's gonna have two. Though I mean, it does have a VHS release as well. So I guess 3 different versions. But I mean, they're pretty. You know, distinct in their differences. One's a VHS copy, one's a 2-disc DVD, and the other one's the regular retail version, which is single disc, I'm guessing. So this guy, yeah, sure, he's done 3. That's great. Why do I need 12 versions of freaking Walking Dead season whatever? That's crazy. But I did go through, and it looks like E1 had put out a whole bunch of Blu-ray titles, and they were all priced at $10. And I was starting to pick up a whole bunch of them, but I decided, you know what, I gotta save my money right now. So I got 2 releases, both at $10, both because these were the 3D releases. First one being I, Frankenstein 3D. I haven't seen the movie yet. But I figured I would pick this up simply because I've seen it, and generally I've seen it go down to 10 before, but it jumps back up to the $15 or even sometimes the $20 mark. So I figured, you know what, I'm gonna jump on it at $10. It may go down to the $5 mark, you know, at some point for a limited time sale, but you know what, $10, I'm okay with that for the 3D movie. The other one I picked up was Silent Hill Revelation 3D. Now this one I've been watching and waiting for it, you know, like thinking, oh, maybe it'll hit that $10 mark, maybe it'll hit that $10 mark, and it finally did, and so I jumped on that. So I figured 2 3D movies, $10 each. I mean, what do 3D movies go for these days? $30 a pop sometimes, so whenever I can pick up a 3D movie for, you know, the least amount possible, I will do that. And you know what, I, Frankenstein, yeah, it looks like Underworld. It's from the guys from Underworld, but it's not as good as Underworld from what I've been told, because I haven't seen it yet. And well, Silent Hill is just some creepy shit. I haven't seen this yet. I missed out when it was in theaters. Yeah. Horror in 3D can be some freaky stuff. It could also be really cheesy. I like both. So I'm kind of looking forward to seeing which of the two it is. It's never usually in the middle. It's not, you know, good horror that sort of helped a little bit by 3D. No, they usually, when it's 3D, it's 3D. Like, you notice the 3D, and it's either really, really cool and atmospheric, or it could be really, really cheesy and could be, you know, like a clown's head popping out at the screen or something like that, or, you know, somebody, you know, whatever, old SCTV gag there for all y'all. So, yeah, quick pickup, just 2 movies, but I'm looking forward to watching both of them. The question is, do I save them for October and my 31 Days of Halloween, where I watch 31 horror movies I've never seen before, at least one well, I try to watch one a day, though admittedly some days I'm gonna miss them because of whatever, work, etc. But I have a film festival during that time period as well. If you've watched if you haven't seen it, I did this last year. Well, I've done it several years, but last year I did it on this channel. I'll put a link to it. I have it all in a playlist, and it'll go through it, and I talk about all the movies to some degree that I watched. So yeah, if you're interested in that, check it out. But yeah, I don't know if I want to save them for that, simply because I probably have enough movies set aside for at least this year and next year, and there's a possibility I have enough for another year after that, or at least maybe half. It's hard to say. I only need to do 31. I know I for sure have 60, and that's the whole thing. A good portion of my movies will be taken up with the film festival, where I'd say at least 90% of them are going to qualify for my 31 Days of Horror. So when you throw that in there, I don't actually need 31 movies in that I've set aside. So, you know, even if it's only maybe 16, maybe, I can't remember how many movies are going to be at the festival, but say 16, I only need 16 each year. So, yeah. Do I throw these in there and wait? I do have a lot. I could throw, this one goes in there as well. Pieces of talent. All 3 of these movies, technically, that I just got, could qualify for my 31 Days of Horror. So, who knows? Will I add them? Will I not add them? You'll just have to wait and find out for my 31 Days of Horror, starting October 1st, 2014. It's really too bright to be scary, isn't it? Anyways, take care, guys. Have a good one. See you in the next video.